but I want to welcome you this evening. This is Kasonde Mwenda, the president for the Economic Freedom Fighters. I'm a citizen, I'm a Zambian, and today, this evening, I'm welcoming you to this live. There's something which has happened really in Echungulo, where we have learned that our government has sued the family of the late president Edgar Lungu, the wife, the children, and their representatives. South Africa, they have taken them to court. Ukuti ila barrio iya former president Edgar Lungu ikachitikamaylo. In short, the family for the late president Edgar Lungu has been sued now batwala ku court by the UPND government, by the New Dawn government, or by the Zambian government, and they are pushing to make sure that bachite hot yukutira be shika udomubiri. And I thought maybe in Zambia, these things are happening to you right now, and you may not, some people may not understand what does this mean, or what are the implications, or what is likely to happen. And I should be grateful that you have joined in so that we can share some notes. So now what is happening now is that our government has sued, and they are pushing to place an injunction ukuti ulomubiri beshika ukuti baleke paka fyonse filipwefi feminine ukumiko tulefuma. We are coming from a background where Mulilo Wednesday tomorrow around 11 to 12 hours the body of the late president will have to be put to rest. We know kwadama back and forth abantu kulishanya, but twalifika pale wapakobati we reached a conclusion, and South Africa bali tumana ba minister babo of international affairs ukwisa kuno to come and tell our government that according to South African law, since Edgar Lungu and the family by the hospital kulia and they became residents of that place, ukonka nefunde lyabo kulia na bakwata insambu they have got rights banampata yofaka bode kuja kwa mene. That's what our government was told. But our government responded by take over subadi as ifwe ba Edgar Lungu bafuire balala muno. Just to remind abashayi shibeli ashiri for yaba, ili ashiri for the Africa apa how this story has reached here. Peta fikira pano. Koyamba uku babanja ba Edgar Lungu benzofuna ijabode ibwele kuno igonele kuno. But benzofuna they wanted some things. When the body comes kuno beka bafunya mu programu umubiri ukapiteko na uko akulire ba Edgar Lungu. At the same time body ikalekala kula kuchifwema kunganda uko abayashi. At the same time they also wanted some people not to attend, among whom is the incumbent president. Pa first bali umfwana, but as things moved on ba family bali filo kuleta umubiri kuno for fear that bambo kutina babuteko tabachite tumfwanene. Because if tumfwanene, if you are bufwayo, those were the wishes of the departed president. So now, apatwafikire twalifika pa kwebati kukudonsana kwa chiramo ba family baranda ifwe kanshi twalashika kuno kwenye South Africa. Bati no kuleta kuno ati kuno kuliko efyongo sana. Mkwai munjerele ko forgive me, I'll be using a lot of vernacular. My understanding is that a lot of Zambians actually use vernacular. They use most languages. I know I'm more fluent in Nyanja, more fluent in Bemba. I speak Mambwe. I speak Kaonde. I speak a few others. So, but I'm most fluent in Bemba and Nyanja. So, Munikuru 9. Forgive me. I'll be using a lot of vernacular. Kuti abantu wonfikshe ifile chitika. So, munjelele ko forgive me. Abomfafet sungo. I'll try by all means to mix. So now, opo tuafiki pakwe bati ili ashiri as by yesterday tuamwena tili ashiri kapena lya sila tupi body bazafaka kwa mene kuja. But manje apa this evening information has come that the government of Zambia, which in one breath bali tuwewa mairwat no bala konka wish ya family and our president bali tuwewa pati bala konka wish ya family, but tuadabwa we are all shocked because contrary to what we were told ukupusana konofo batwebele ba government at abara unfila family they don't quite chinja, and now they are using armor courts. Now, the way life is like this. The way these legal systems, I'm a lawyer. So the way these things work is that ukuya kukoti is a last resort. Kukoti takwa afeti mwapsana no muntu wa court. First mufuye mwa wishkanya, mwa landishanya, and at the level of the state. Kwa level for betati diplomacy. If you are mwene back and forth. Number ifi chaba where the government has now taken the matter to court. It means now it is no longer a matter of diplomacy. It's known as litigation number. Mrefu number wa koti walubulule balange who's correct and who's right. So number mukulemba kwa wa government ba Zambia balando kutila ba Edgar Lungu is a property chipe chabuteko. Na kuno ku Zambia nati kwa tensambu yako bashika. Ofo balembere mufikansa fyabo to South Africa kuli ati ba Edgar Lungu bafire basalala muno. File landa ba family laws are private but mulo muri ifimu kwa ifya kwa liba mwifunde mwali bocho betati public interest. Public interest is a very strong principle. It is one of the biggest principles such that it overrides actually private rights. That's how it is in law. And the government of Zambia, they have used the public interest. Let me give an example of how public interest works. Filanangu walikala panganda, walikuwa tenganda, basasanga puama minerals panganda pamobe. You can't say, ini farm yanti na ikwata mateto didzi, I'll hold on to this farm. No. Out of public interest, bala kufumia popadia, and kwa wana mafunde in Zambia, like the Land Acquisition Act, yo bala wumfia mafunde ya kufumia pukanda, apa wikede. Padiama minerals aye ngachita benefit abantu bonse, not just you. So, wala fumapo. So, nga government ya wumfia, reason yo that public interest is a very strong interest, it's a very strong principle. And yo babule in the public interest. But South Africa kuland that no, out of the public interest, ukukabila kwa abantu abengi. Balanda tukabila kwa abantu abengi kwa kutila ba Edgar Lungu bese balade mu Zambia belala kuja ku South Africa. So that is what our government has done. Now, abantu abengi nchiba you are wondering mulugani zamanje zaenda bwanji bazayika kuja or bode zabwera kuno. That is why the issue yaenda ku court chifukwa. It is now a matter of argument. Now, what are the grounds? What are the real issues in this case? This case has got two major. I know there are many other components, but ba court kuja bazanganira vintu vinga vibili. They will look at two things. Wala mona pa vintu finga vibili, because these are the things that are coming into contention. Number one, they will look in what are known as jurisdictional issues. Jurisdiction. Jurisdiction muchitundu chesu nango muchibemba barandati umuputulwa your area ifyalo ngafuma muno kufuba pange ifyalo fyali kwata mafunde up sana. So fefino kwa bamadela yosiana kuli ba ku Malawi bali na maruzi yabo, ba ku Kongo bali na maruzi yabo, ba ku Zambia tuli. So tikambati ngati kuja ku Kongo ku DRC bamasembezesa malozi ya ku DRC, ku Malawi kuli malozi ya ku Malawi. So now to determine ukuishiwa ushefisha ka usholo mubili bala upera kuli boma ilela ndatabena Zambia bali fwaya nangu bala afwayo ukuchita ubufwayo wa family bala mona. Number one, jurisdiction inchende baliko na mushofo fyabo fibombo kutira. When you are in Zambia, the laws that apply to you as Zambian law, ngamamo nefi alembeka na constitution yesu. Ifunde likalamba number one. Ifunde constitution does not recognize your nationality. Ilandati, all those who are in Zambia shall be protected. All those who are in Zambia is a jurisdictional issue. Ilandati, Zambians, no Zambians shall have the right to life. No, Thailandati Zambians. Ilandati those in Zambia. So nango muntu afumaku America ngadi mu Zambia, what applies kuliudia mafunde ya Zambia, not ya kwa America. So we are in a situation where number one issue that the courts will consider are matters of jurisdiction. And number one jurisdiction bake pishako bati ushe icha chitika. Chitikire kuisa, ivamene vachitika vachitikira kuti. Number one, ukufwa o ukuya kwaba Edgar Lungu kwa chitike ku South Africa. He's a Zambian, yes, but kwachitikire ku South Africa. So the law of South Africa gets preeminence. Ilana sanka number one. Let me give an example. Nango muntu aisa afumine ku Congo. Muno bamwikata no mulandu. Bamutwala ku court. Tababomfya amalozi ya Congo pantumwina Congo. Babomfya amalozi ya Zambia okumipingula. So number one issue that they will consider cho bakamwana po kwanda shefunde la ku South Africa dilelanda shani ba government bali fokusenda omubiri ba family na obaliranda ati omubiri ofuyo wabakuno. So number one bakepusha chako bati bushe bilifunde shitwala konkapo muno mu Zambia na babomfya article 177 5C ipela maka to public interest, but ilifunde bifunde lya Zambia. So the way law works, ofu efunde libomba takwa boku bomfye funde lya Zambia mwali bomfya mucharo chimbi. Icho can only happen if na muchalo mulamu ine mulya, if in that country also they have got that same law. But the laws of South Africa happen in South Africa. The same way, South Africans, when they come to Zambia, they can't use South African laws kuno. Nga mwali mwene fyaro fimbi kula bati vendela ku left, ama francophone, nangonipa moto kabade nshapa road. Ama anglophone, nama francophone, tuwali pusana, fimbi fyalo, vendela ku left. Fimbi fyalo, vendela ku right. So you can't say, ine, ndiwa ku Zambia, na kula ensha ku right pantu, wa mcharo cho ensha ku left. No. When you go to Rome, do what Romans do. So kula kwa tushirira bayashi. Number one principle, yo baka monapo, ichaku chipope number one. Baka mono kutia ifundela ku South Africa. Dilela ndachani. Ifundela ku South Africa. Dilela ndokutila. Umuntu ngafuira ku South Africa. Family ila kwatapo amaka. Barako nkobufayo wa family. But kunonako natulanda public interest. Public interest is not a small thing, it's a big thing. So, number one issue, they will look at jurisdiction, and the jurisdiction has got implications on how they are going to decide matters. It's a matter of territory. The number two issue they will look at the legal issues. The legal issue, but we're in public interest. Bakashita compare number. There's public interest and the private interest. Public interest, ngachako bati basuminisha. Public interest, yadi kwa tapo amako kuchila private. So if we have to compare between families' desire against desire, ubufayo wa chalo chonse, what all Zambians want, public interest would prevail. File fwa e chalo, tifya chila, ifile fwa ya private individual, ifile fwa ika umuntu umo. So nga malole shapo nga chako bati ba South Africa, basa asuminisha kutila ifunde ya Zambia, bibombeke ku South Africa. Nishi chapilo kutila ulo mubiri bala asumishanya nefilelanda boma bala umfikisha nefilelanda boma. But is there such, how does such happen? Ushefyo tifyachitika shani tifyachitika. So number one, it is not express that amalozi ya Zambia can work in South Africa. It doesn't work like that. But if there is an international treaty in the mwadisa inshanya na South Africa, ifwe will be doing reciprocal. Twakula bonfiako amafunde no on these international issues na twakula bonfiako international. Sometimes courts do use that. It's known as committee. Is there a committee between the two countries? Do you help each other? Now the question is there a committee on this particular issue between South Africa and Zambia? Whichever Zambia na South Africa. Bala bonfeshanya amalozi. The answer is no. There is no such international treaty, unless there is some, at least which I'm not aware of. I don't know everything, but at least from what I know, we do not have such an international arrangement. Yes, we have got many international treaties, especially those which have to do with the human rights. Aya pa level, pa African level, at SADC level, international level, UN level, pa opo yaba aya kwebati. International law will actually take preeminence over domestic law. And before you can use your domestic law in another country, you have to go through a process related to domestication. So na international law na inapako bomba mchalo chimbi, it has to be incorporated di mumafunde aya mchalo mnamwine. It has to be domesticated in the laws of that country. So pakutila ifunde na Zambia, ifunde iya international. ukubomba mu Zambia na mu South Africa ifile yaba yasuminishiwa na mafundi ya Zambia. But if these two laws clash, local or domestic law ngafyafiro kumfwana na international law, ichi wina ni international law, because international law is bigger than domestic law if you are doing courts. But these are not direct issues. That's why to the court, Amakoti, they will look at the pros and cons, they weigh this and this and that. So our government has gone to South Africa. Hapana batumina ba Attorney General. Already, tekoba kuno ni ba Attorney General kuno. But South Africa, unless there is a legal provision to recognize him as such, he is not going there as a Attorney General. Tewa Attorney General Kuria. But kuno ni ba Attorney General. So, apatu Africa, these issues and many other issues, bala ya monapo ba koti, aba South Africa to know, ushe tuwala chitashani, pantu ba boma ba government besu, bale lombo kutila ba South Africa be shika ulomobiri. Paka yonse ayama issues yabe resolved. That is where we are. Now, what are the other implications? Fish Fimbi. Apa, our government has escalated. Ilili ashina bali imya nomba. Na alifika pale wapa kwa bati ba South Africa na ifwe. Our diplomacy has been exhausted. Kula bali mwati na mkwata issue mulela ndababili. Nga mwafiro kumfuana, that's when you go to court. So, apatu Africa, where we have reached now, it means the government of Zambia has failed to reason with the government of South Africa. Na fila ba South Africa ba ishile kuno, ba government baranda no, us we are going to go to court. So already there is serious diplomatic strain. Diplomatically number between us and South Africa now. We are now at loggerheads. We are no longer at friends level. Ngatwale mfwana ba South Africa apa, we are in a dire situation. Hii kesi na ikwata potential to strain our relationships between South Africa and Zambia. Ngamamona, Zambia and South Africa are the best of business partners in the whole world. Zambia trades with South Africa the most than anyone. So our number one trading partner in the world, oko tushite fintu sana, muno Zambia ni ku South Africa. So South Africa are both our diplomatic friends, but they are also commercial friends because they are a commercial strategically positioned country. So now we have strained ourselves to a level where excuse me. We have strained ourselves to a level where twale umfwana at this moment now takuli no kumfwana, because let me give an example. Nangu ni munganda once mwaitwala nangu monobe once mwaitwala ku court nishichi friend mwachibika pa side, because this is the court. It's a pity we have reached here, and mostly we have reached here because leadership has failed. Nangu ni munganda abana ngabambu kula itwala ku makoti nishi mweba fyashi, you have failed. It's unfortunate. We did not expect it. Vakainde had given indication to the country that he will step at Balanya to Kapobalalika family. But we don't know why Vasala Pofe number to go all the way to a level where even our relationship with South Africa are now strained. It has never happened where Zambia has got strained relationships. And Chashupa, because now na South Africa tuambo kule kokumfwana, already we know that umfwana under this government na ba Zimbabwe fiapa, we were having ama issues na ba Zimbabwe. Now na South Africa, I think at the end of the day nish problem ilikuwa number, because there's no way number if twala kwata we are going to have problems now with all our neighbors. It's really unfortunate. So we'll wait my road to come for court he catch that decide. I can't go into details because Moland, when the matter is before court, you don't go into details. But in a trafu to educate and share some ideas to the people. And in summary, about join Liline, we had said the two major issues that will go into play, Mulilo, when this matter goes before the Pretoria court, are jurisdictional issues and also legal issues. Laws the South Africa air register apply. But this is court. The court will look at many other issues. And if the government wins and the injunction is given that Mulilo Shika, then the body could be repatriated. But if the South African government refuses and say no, they have got their laws, and indeed they do not recognize laws in Zambia, even our constitution does not work there, they will follow their laws. And they may they may even now advise that this issue may be solved diplomatically. They may take it back for diplomacy. Otherwise, it's unfortunate that we have reached this far we have reached, and Zambia, we are now okay. Not to say Vana as a country, but not to say Vana. Not to say Vana. We are a laughing stock. We are an embarrassment to ourselves, and it's our prayer that God will give us a grace. My word to the family, Abalelo Shava, Mayoba, Esther, and the Lungu family. I know Mwachila Monat by my fiancé Fiatarara. Uteko had other plans, and I know it is difficult because Kademwa Mboku Losha, and people thought we are having closure. And the government, under guidance Kainde, doesn't believe they can lose. They don't want to lose. Actually, for me personally, it worries me of what will happen in 2026 because I am a tendency can start concede when others win. Can anyway wo fio for Africa fiachitika. It is worrisome. They are actually very dictatorial tendencies. Give or take, you can't be winning everything. And I would advise my brother, the President of the Republic of Zambia, there's a point at which a leader should let go. A leader should not always win. A leader cannot always be winning. That is not leadership. Even Jesus allowed it. That Jesus, if he wanted, he would have called fire from heaven and those people would have been consumed. But he allowed it and let the will of others to be just bent as a leader. They say a leader who does not hold back will destroy his kingdom and rule over the ashes. We are mourning, we are divided. We have pledged, some of us, saying if this government does not bring Lungu back, other governments, this is not the end of Zambia, other governments can bring back the body. President it is worrying, and there are many speculations going around, and we are worried and concerned. So my humble prayer is the president, maybe this is the part where you let go and let God, in the interest of the bigger happiness of Zambia and the family about the bereaved. Maybe it will be wise you stepped off. You can't win everything. You can't win everything. Sometimes you win by losing. And that's my humble plea. Don't strain, don't destroy everything just for you to get what you want. That is unfair. Zambia in South Africa. They have got their businesses in South Africa. You don't just think about yourself. Already, they have failed to come to Zambia because you failed to stay away. You can't say something is a state funeral unless you are there. No, you can delegate. There are many state functions that happen. There are still state functions, even if the president is not there. You don't have to be there for a function to be a state function. No, there are many functions that happen. There are state functions, and these state functions happen without you, Mr. President. But for you to insist that it is worrying us. We are all concerned, and please feel for those who are mourning. Have a heart for a leader. Have a heart. Family. Imagine if you are gone and then I'm president. No. No. So leadership requires that you exercise restraint. We thought we should speak to Zambia, and we can only wish you all the best in this governance. And Zambians, be strong. May God give you the grace for us to navigate this, and may Zambia not be destroyed because of what we are going through. May God give us grace to unite even the more as a country to come out of this situation